Good morning. It is still morning, thank goodness. I was up at 5:30 this morning and I went and did all my laundry and went to the grocery store. I have to go for turkey dinner this afternoon. It is Thanksgiving dinner day. It's Thanksgiving weekend, long weekend in Canada. And I'm back now. I spent half an hour looking for my socket stuff, socket and wrench. And just everything is thrown. Like, there's my sockets. Some of them. Other ones are just thrown in a bag. When I was doing that, I found 4 extra metal blades that I forgot I picked up. So I have lots of blades for cutting metal. So I'm going to show you what I got to do. It's going to take 2 hours for the silicone to set. And I don't know, this is not going to be the easiest. I'm going to have to cut away the liner, which has got like a cardboard and then like a felt. And then I have to try to measure with a dog bowl because it is 7 inches, but center it. And where the seat belt was, there's 2 bolts coming down that I need to take out. That's why I had to look for this. So I'll show you that. And then as far as the aesthetics on the inside with the flush mount that I have, where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay. So when I had my other stove, I never did get the flush mount up because it was fiberglass ceiling and I just didn't want to drill any more holes. And there was a big enough gap that it wasn't really. Oh, I have to answer my daughter, her phone call. So my daughter is, she's cooking turkey dinner. So every 5 minutes she's phoning me with questions. Okay, so back to this. This goes around the pipe. But I phoned them and I said, that's not round. And that's going to leave a big gap. So it's not even going to look like it should be looking for aesthetic purposes. And he said, well, it's because of first slanted roofs and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense to me. It didn't make any sense to me. So I do have these 2 pieces, but when you put them together, it's actually round. So those are in my storage unit with my welding pieces, welding blanket pieces, or welding material pieces. They're like squared. They're about yay big. And I think you get 4 or 6 of them, which I can't find. I can't find the other one of this. And what else couldn't I find yesterday? My tile. So the inside, that's all for the inside. And I also need the welding stuff, material, for the back of the flush mount there on the wall. Because I just wanted to have it extended out on either side. And then I'm going to put it around the top underneath this, the stainless steel flush mount. And just for extra precaution and also for aesthetic purposes. And okay, so my head is swimming. I have so much to do. Today is Monday. I did my laundry, went to the grocery store, going to cut a hole in my ceiling, get my shower stuff ready, rush off to my daughter's, maybe drop him off at the daycare because I will be quite a few hours having dinner, so I don't want him sitting in the van. So I got to go to the daycare, go to my daughter's, have a shower, help with the rest of dinner, pack everything up after we eat in containers and divide it up. It's just this weekend I have not stopped. I got off work on Saturday, which we were supposed to have off at 5 o'clock. So Saturday was a write-off. Yesterday, which was Sunday, I did odds and ends stuff, just routine stuff, cleaning up, tidying up, organizing stuff, getting my garbage out of the camper, just stuff like that, getting my laundry ready. And I went over to this, I did sleep in because I slept 14 hours. And then by the time I got on the road, it was 10 or 11 o'clock. I think it was close to 11. And then I had to go across the city, my storage unit. I searched in there. Then I had to go to Rona and get stuff. And then by the time I got back here, I hadn't eaten. And it was starting to get cool. So I was like, okay, well, you know what? I'm tired. I don't really feel like doing this. And if I don't really feel like doing it, well, I don't feel like doing it now either. But I didn't want to do it when it was starting to get dark and starting to cool down for the night. It's warmer. It's a little warmer than it was yesterday afternoon when the sun was starting to go down, but not by much. But it's warm enough. This silicone has to be above 0 to set, and it needs 2 hours to set. So I need to get at it because I have to try to be at my daughter's for 2, which I know right now I won't. So I will show you what I have to do here. So this pipe is a one piece, and then in here I have 2 pieces, and the reason that is because they only sent me 3 pipes, 112 and then 1/6. So I had to order another 6, and I was thinking, well, this will be better in this 2-piece being a solid piece than the 2 pieces. So I'll put the 2 pieces on the inside. But then I got thinking about it, and for aesthetic purposes, I figured the 1 piece would look way better. And this goes over top of that. It's just like a little, so it goes over top like that, and then this pipe here with the double wall inside fits, this fits here. So there's holes. There's 3 holes. They're very, very tiny. So I have to line them up with that. And that just aesthetically gives it a better look from the inside. Now, so I've got 3 holes here, and I've got 3 holes on this one as well. So they'll screw in as far in, but it won't touch the double wall in there. So basically it's just an added something to keep everything together, I guess. I don't think it's gonna blow off. I don't know. This is kind of new to me too. I did do another stove, but I did help with it because I left it too long and I had to go to a friend's heated garage. And of course, them being men and good men, they kind of took over the project outside. So in actuality, this is the first time that I've done this. Now I'm going to lower this camera for you guys so you can see. There. All right, so this part will go outside. This will go on top of it. So I can cinch this up nice and tight. This part will be the only part. Oh, you can't see that. So at this divide right here, this part will be the only part that's outside. So it'll be 6, it'll be, yeah, that's more than 6 inches. What am I thinking? Is that a 2-foot pipe? that's not 6 inches, that's a foot. It's a foot. What's 6 inches for? So I have 2 feet of insulated pipe inside, or double wall in the insulated pipe. So this is 2 feet. So altogether it's 4 feet. That's right. Okay. So again, I have 3 holes here. Little tiny, tiny ones. I don't know if you can see that right there. So in my packages, I think, okay, I got 2 brackets. They're just little L brackets. So this side right here goes on the top one, like right there. And then this side attaches to, I drill into the ceiling of the roof, or the roof from outside. So that will hold this on securely to the roof so it doesn't blow off. Everything else is inside. I don't know. I don't know. I have no one here to, you know, kind of carry on a conversation and size up the information. And then, oh jeez, don't like any of this. Really, I don't. I have this guy here. This is my boot. And with this boot, it's got to go out like this. So this will go on the bottom, of course, of that double wall, insulated double wall. And then this here, this is what I have to silicone to the roof. All this silver part, and then I'll put it all the way around. Like, I'll do it really, really well. And then this part here that goes around the pipe, I have to silicone as well. But there's an added feature of fun that I get to do. It has measurements on it. So I have to figure out what measurement I need for this. And I don't know that why they wouldn't just do 5 and 5 and leave it at that. Because, so, I guess it's that one there. Because what if you cut it wrong? I mean, I'm sure there's lots of people that have cut it wrong. Well, at least it fits right in there, so I know which one. That's easy enough. So I need a 7. Oh yeah, that's easy enough. So I gotta cut this. I have to cut the hole in the roof. That is gonna be kind of tricky, just because of the way, of course, it's set up. I've got a wall there. If I didn't have a wall there, it would have been a lot easier. I'll just put this up now. So I'll show you. There. Of course I have to put up a wall. And I measured everything. So I'm only off. I'm actually not off. Everything is sitting right exactly where it needs to be. But that seat belt, I'll show you. I'll take off the phone. This is where the seat belt was, which I have to get the big bolts that are in there out. But where that's sitting, which will be covered with that welding felt and the shield, the flush shield for the ceiling. That'll be all covered, so I'm not worried about the aesthetics, but I've got to be careful where I'm cutting, because I'll show you here. can, like I said, I can fill that in with felt. Like, that's not my big problem today. I've got to get those out, and then I have to bring it out. That's kind of where it's gonna sit, but I have to make sure that I have it a little bit out from this point, which is just, I'd say, right on the outer part of that. So that's on the inside. So that's how much I'm going to end up having to cover up. But I've got to be really careful on how much I bring it out as well, because I don't want to make the hole more than 7 inches, right? So there, that's what I have to do. So I'm going to put the phone down, turn it around, and I don't have an expensive camera to film with, you guys. So this is the best I can do until I stop working this winter, or maybe next year, and get a camera, a proper camera. Now I'm going to put this back in. Yeah. Is this the right size? It is. Really? I'm going to turn it around. I don't think it is. I couldn't look out that much. Righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, right? I have a ripped out shoulder that I've nursed for quite a few years. Probably about, oh gosh, 30 years. And then when Wilson wiped me out and almost ripped my hand off, he took out my shoulder too. Where does that go? The heck? Okay, that's not going to be friendly. Well, that's going to have to come out. And you know what, look, you see that? I can't get in there to get that out. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm going to do something with this hair too. So I picked up this drill bit for that flush mount that the pipe is gonna go up by. I can't even think. Anyway, and I also knew that I had holes here, but I don't know, that doesn't really make sense to me. Why there's screws? Because all it's going to do is go into that insulation, right? Because the other double wall, right, is, like, I can understand it here. Like, that's understandable because it's going to be securing it to this one. So maybe this is for, because up top though, I have this end, because I have a little, it's almost like a little lamp with a cage around it, so it keeps out bugs and bats and whatever, and keeps the sparks, whatever it's used for. I guess I'm right. I guess things are right. So what I'll do is I'm going to mark it's really hard to figure I don't want to mess up that hole. So I'm going to put this one back on. Move this around. These are not easy to get on either, because they've got that thing here that you have to get centered, and some of them don't move very well. Okay, so let's just do it like that. That's about right. So I'm just checking out that bolt in the back, how much of a distance I have from that bolt to where that is. So it comes out roughly at that line there. So it comes out that far. And then I have to center it. So it's out. That's what my guess was. Now for anybody starting out, I'll give out this tip right now. This is what I bought for my tools. A jigsaw can almost do anything that you need it to do on a very basic build. I got everything done with the jigsaw, and no table, just whatever I could find to put my wood on and stuff like that. I mean, it would be great if you had a table saw and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't. And I didn't have, the only time I actually had shelter to build was my bed frame. And because I had to empty literally, and my floor, when I put down my floor. But I did some of my floor without shelter, so. Because I had, where I parked was between two buildings, and one was kind of close to where I worked. And I remember putting Wilson out on the leash, and like after we went to the storage unit and grabbing wood and doing it in this parking space with the field. So those are pretty drastic areas to do a build. So that's all I'm saying, is don't let the fact that you can't have everything in order stop you from doing what you need to do. Where there's a will, there's a way. That's how I always look at it. And I didn't think I could build out anything. And there's lots of, I have no idea how it turned out the way it did. I mean, not everything's perfect. There's some spaces that are pretty shoddy. Oh. I'm looking at one right now. Okay, I don't really want to do this. Just trying to... This video is so rough. I'm really, really sorry. But I am bringing you along for it, so... If people don't know the way that I am already... There. I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so we'll put this boot over here. There. Now, this is kind of, I don't like this. I need to lay it down. I have a carpet here. So I'm going to grab that to lay it down on. And I'll show you guys in a second here. This is going to be the roughest video I've ever made in my life. Some of them were pretty rough, but... Okay. There's a hornet in here? Are you serious? Why aren't you dead already? Get out. Or hibernating or whatever the heck happens to them. I think they die off, don't they? Somebody leave that in the comments for me. Okay, now I lost my marker. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we'll get out our trusty dog bowl. I think that's half the fun of building, is just who needs the special things? I mean, yes, they make things easier. Okay, so where is, what's going on, Will? Okay, so that bolt is the center line. I don't know. I should have glasses on. It's not backing off. Oh, battery. Slipping. See, I don't have a lot of upper body strength. Okay, let's just do it right there. Is it even doing anything? Oh my gosh. All right. Oh my God. Oh, it's kind of too late now. Can you see that hole? It's kind of hard doing it this way. There's the hole, or the outline for the hole. All right. I don't know if I can do this. Ugh. I hope this cuts better than there's like parts that come down. The metal's just not just a flat piece. So. I'm gonna get a different blade. Still tippy because it's tippy. Skylight. So I am 2 hours behind from dinner already. So I got 20 minutes to do this because it's got to cure for 2 hours. What are you doing? What are you doing? Did you come visit? I drilled a hole in my ceiling and it's not for you. No, it's not for you. Oh, there he goes. There's the mess on my floor. There's the mess on my table. And there's the mess on my stove. So it looks straight. It looks straight from this side too. So I got it straight, I think. Did I? There's the back shield there. Yeah, I did. I centered it. Because if you see there, there's that part and there's that part. So when you're looking straight, I got it centered. That's amazing. I don't know how I did that. Look at that big hole there though. Look at the difference. And then there's none in the back. Hardly any. Okay. So before I do that, I didn't mark it with that thing that I had. So now I don't know which one it is. Okay, so I'm cutting this now. And it's pretty easy. I'm going to take this, there's a tag on it. I'm going to take that off because I don't want that on with the silicone. I want it right to the middle. And it's not going to come off easy, of course. No, it's not going to come off easy. I'm in a hurry today. And so, not that I rushed this job, but it was on the back of my mind that I had to hurry. Well, that's just going to have to stay the way it is. It's covered good. Now I got to try to get that side. There's lots on there. That's what I wanted. See how much of a hole there is there? And then on this side there's hardly anything. But that's okay. Oh, I pinched my finger. I have no idea how I'm supposed to try to grab it and put it over. Okay. Looks like some kind of birthday cake. I wanted to really make sure it got on there good. And I guess I could have flattened it out and made it look better, but it still would have stood out. Should have got black for there. I don't know. And I got that on. It's good and tight. It's not coming off. Now, right there on the ridge, it's lifted up. So I filled in underneath it the best I could. I hope I sealed it, didn't I? I can't even see. It's such a hard spot that I'm in. Yeah. So, I think I did it okay. Yeah. So, when you're standing back from it, it looks fine. It doesn't look like it's up too far. Looks okay. It's like not sticking way up. It's just a little taller than the roof racks by about maybe 6 inches, maybe, but it's good. That's what it looks like inside. So it's done. I have the proper amount of pipe. I will order another insulated and double wall, another foot, just so that if I'm traveling and that carrier has got the bag on it, it's going to be almost the same height as that. Maybe a little bit less, but I need a foot over it. So there we have it. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and thanks for joining me. We'll see you soon.